Well, welcome back, everybody. My name is Joe, and this is my channel, and I am a shop teacher by day. I hope to earn your subscription through this video. But once again, thanks for joining me. Shop teacher life, right? It's been a whirlwind this 2020-21 school year. I spent most of my school year teaching hybrid with Group A coming in one day, Group B coming in another day, and then doing a remote day during the year, or during the middle of the week. And then shortly after February or so, we switched to 5 days a week, full-size classes. And that was, I stopped making videos about then. You all of a sudden, the game changed a lot. And so those who are shop teachers or former teachers that are watching this, you would understand that now students are supposed to stay in their seats. In shop classes, usually students move around. Here, you better stay in your seat. Seating chart says you're in that seat until I aim you towards a machine, towards that spot, having you stand. And a little bit more stress. We spent a couple weeks fully remote due to COVID and quarantine, more quarantine and contact tracing issues. And now we are back in the hybrid model for the remainder of the school year. Hybrid works pretty well for a shop class. You wouldn't think it, but it really does. Class size is reduced. The time that I can get to helping students is increased. And in a shop class, the text work is not real heavy by any means, so students can get that accomplished at home. So let's dive into this week. I have 2 woodshop classes, and the first woodshop class I have is building this old table again. This is a second trimester of their first year, and because the students have spent quite a bit of time remote learning at home, and then we're in the hybrid model, they have not got as much work done as would have been hoped. However, the students are doing well. I would say most of my students really have a good understanding of where they're going. There's a few students that they think it's summer break already, and so they have not been coming, and yes, they are lost. But most of them, they really understand how things are going together. Now, it does help to have a model in front of them. But right now, my students have been doing some tapering of the legs, and you can see that this table is tapered. We will not be trying to put a drawer in due to time, but they're building those 4 aprons. They're doing the joint work involved in getting those legs and aprons attached. And most recently, they've been squaring up their tabletops. We'll come back next week and start putting a routed profiled edge onto that tabletop. And then start doing any of that finish work before they put stain or finish on. Now, my second year woodworking class is working on a bar stool. This bar stool is based off the plans, the free plans by Rogue Engineer. And so, if I remember, I'll put a link down below. However, he did his quite a bit simpler. He used just 2x4 material, and really he used a belt sander on that soft pine to give this top that curve. What we are doing is basically building a big 12-inch wide by 17-inch long, 2 inches thick cutting board, and then I have constructed a couple router sleds that have that curve to do this cutout. And the students are doing pretty well with it. It's a little bit of a slow process, but it gives the best results. I watched some videos on guys using a bandsaw to cut that out, and I said, ooh, that's a lot of blade exposed. Plus, you got a lot of drifting with a bandsaw blade. And so that is how we're doing it. Besides that, a lot of legs that are 1.5 by 1.5 square, which is not much different than the table that they did prior. And so they understand that concept. All these are 5-degree angles, except for these short little pieces that go in between. The students are building these bar stools. They're doing a pretty good job, and they're having fun. This is a project that can definitely get done during this trimester. Now, my next class that I teach is a Power Tech class. And Power Tech, we've worked on small engines in the past, and now we're starting to work on little electric motors. So we're starting out by studying what's called a homopolar motor. And it's a little bit trinket quality, but it still has a lot of principles to learn about magnetism and direction of current and rotation. And so we build a couple small little homopolar motors. The kids have fun with it. They really do. Some are always a little reluctant, like, oh, this is why are we doing this? But most really enjoy the process. And so that's been a fun little break for them, a nice transitional period, and then we'll start building a little bit more complicated electric motors. Now, my auto classes have been working through brake systems right now. Now, I am not a mechanic. I am a shop teacher. And so not being a mechanic, I'm a little limited on what I can actually teach because I'm not a mechanic. I can't say that. That's been done really great. However, we are talking about a lot of principles of operation, and these are things that an individual can do at home. So what we do is the vehicles, we secure them on jack stands, and then I tell the students that this is more of an exercise. These brakes have been taken apart and put back together hundreds of times, but for a lot of them, understanding the orientation of that fastener, understanding how brake pads get pushed back or pulled out, talking about how the piston needs to be pushed back, and this is a really great learning opportunity for them. I do have 3 vehicles in here, and usually 3 vehicles have 3 unique systems, and so that allows students to rotate through. Now with distancing and spacing, it provides a few challenges as far as who works where, but the students have been really good about that. They just want to know what's expected. Going along with that, I have had the opportunity, thanks to Kyle, one of my former students dropped off some rotors, and so the students have been able to get onto the brake lathe and learn how brake lathes work. And we talk a little bit about how they're almost obsolete because the cost of a rotor, and rotors are different now, but how that's it's not as needed as it once was. But they still enjoy seeing a machine, and most of them like machines that make noise. So this has been my week as a shop teacher. Definitely, we are not as productive as we've been in years past. But I am extremely blessed that I get to come in to work. I get to put my mask on every day. I get to see most of faces, and I get to have those, I get to provide those learning opportunities for these students. And so, for the few of you that choose to watch this video, I do appreciate you, and I appreciate you supporting your local shop teachers. This has not been an easy year. I don't think any year is necessarily easy, but this is where we're at. The kids enjoy getting their hands dirty, and it's pretty neat. So thanks for joining me, and I hope you guys have a absolutely great day. Bye now.